Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Okay, so this is going to be part one. I'm going to do this in two different videos here. But both of these videos are based on my good friend and mod Maybe's theories, okay? So she told me a couple of her theories, so I wanted to kind of go back and kind of analyze and see if I agreed or disagreed or just what I could make out of these theories that she has. Okay, so the first one, well, first of all, so these theories are pertaining to the morning when he loaded his truck. So first of all, what I wanted to do is I wanted to get an accurate timing of that morning, because when you request them from Weld County, they have them all broken up into 3-minute, 15-second clips. And what people have been doing is they've been kind of overlapping them, probably not intentionally, but they've been getting overlapped, and they're not. I have yet to see one that was perfectly down to the second, lined up accurately in order, but I figured it out. I tested everyone and figured out how much they overlapped, and I have it down to the second. So I lined them all up without them overlapping at all. I'm going to actually do a separate video after I upload these two. Then I'll upload a third one with just that morning playing through down to the second accurately, no overlapping, perfect, you know, the whole morning of him loading the truck. Okay, so her first theory, it takes the side of NK not being there that morning and kind of explains why people are seeing different things in the video, because some people are seeing NK that morning. Well, they think they're seeing NK that morning walking out. So it kind of explains maybe why you guys are seeing some of the differences, and it actually not being NK but being Chris the whole time. And I just want to say real quick, so for all of you who are going to disagree with this theory, let's just respectfully debate, and you know, we could discuss our theories, comment maybe why you disagree, but in a respectful manner. I hope we don't attack each other, or hopefully nobody has hard feelings or gets mad if they don't agree and they think NK was there. That's fine. I'm not going to be mad. I actually want to hear your reasons and comment. Let me know why you disagree and point out some things to me. I enjoy trying to figure it out and having a good debate. I just want to make sure that nobody's attacking anybody. Like if people think she was there, and then people that don't in the comments, and then people attacking the people that don't think she was there, and the other way around, people that don't think she was there attacking the people that do. So let's just have a respectful debate in the comments. If you think she was there, let's hear why you think that, and you could give some reasons. But you guys are pretty awesome about that anyway. I probably don't even need to be saying that, but there are some trolls, but I guess those people, it doesn't matter what you say. They're just doing it purposely. You guys have been pretty good, so I don't know. But I just wanted to say, like, I'm not going to be upset if you want to disagree and tell me why. I'll listen, definitely. And I'm fine with that, because I don't know for sure. I mean, none of us know for sure what happened or who was there or any of some of the specific details, because Chris is a liar, so we're never going to know. But this is just a theory. But I know there's been a lot of videos pointing out that morning where he's loading his truck that they see NK there. A lot of people are saying that they dressed the same, and one of them's NK, one of them's Chris walking out. So this theory kind of has to do with that part. So I've never seen NK, or I've never seen any ponytail, or to me it just is Chris walking out every time. I think where that started was when somebody overlapped them the first time, which is easy to do, because when you get the files from Weld County and you put them all together, if you just put them all together back to back, you just line them up, they're going to overlap, and then it's going to look like two people walked out of the garage. So I think that's where it started. So people started analyzing every time they saw that Chris come out of the garage. They try to compare and see if there's any differences. And then they eventually realized it was overlapping, but by that time they were already seeing differences and comparing, and they kind of already had it in their heads that there was too many differences and two different people. And then it just kind of went from there. I personally don't see the differences at all, but I'm not saying that you guys are wrong. I'm just telling you my opinion and what I see. I could be wrong. So like I said, let's just be respectful. And if you guys disagree, just don't attack me. Let's just, debate it. It's fine. I'm not going to be mad if you guys disagree, and let me know. But just do it in a respectful manner and it'll be all good. Okay, so, and you guys have been awesome. So I know you will. I know the only people that would be disrespectful would be the, trolls. Anybody else, you guys have been so awesome. And if you disagree, you're always pretty respectful. Besides the people that are purposely trying to make me mad. And we don't have a lot of them. Thank you. I mean, I feel very thankful that there isn't a lot. So I'm rambling on here. So this theory is gonna kind of point out some reasons why you can see some differences. I personally, when I look at it, I have always seen Chris. I don't see many differences, but I'm going to point out some of the differences that people do see and why that may be. And it goes along with Maybe's theory. So the reason I started analyzing these differences really in depth is because of her theory. She said, hey, I have this theory of why his shirt looks shorter when he first walks out. So she informed me, this was a while ago, that she thought that he changed his jeans sometime that morning. That'll explain why the shirt looks shorter at one time and longer at the other. And also it'll explain something else we've been wondering about. A lot of us have been wondering about, which I'll get into it when we get to that part. And so I started analyzing it, and well, me and Maybe kind of analyzed it together, and we found out some of the other reasons for the differences you see in this video. So, well, we'll get into it as it happens. I'll explain her theory and some of the things that I noticed as I was analyzing the video a little further, trying to see if I agree or disagree with her theory. Like I said earlier, I always thought it was Chris, and only Chris, that you see on the video. I never seen NK. To me, it always looked like Chris. But I didn't think or notice that he changed his jeans. So when she pointed that out, we kind of analyzed the whole video together, and we found out some more details. So let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, a part of her theory is explaining what could have been in the blue bag. That we all saw Chris's reaction when Detective Baumhover went to go grab that bag with the jeans in it, and Chris was freaking out. He looked so nervous, and well, I'm going to play you the clip so you can see. So I know a lot of you guys have already seen it, and maybe some of you guys seen it a while ago, so you guys could be reminded how nervous he got. There was something in that bag that he did not want Detective Baumhover to see. With Maybe's theory of Chris changing his jeans that morning, it makes sense. It's because remember, he says there were jeans in that bag. So her theory is that he changed his jeans in the morning, okay, sometime after he killed Shanann and smothered the girls for the first time, and before he left for work. So I'll show you the part in the video where I think he may have changed them, because he possibly got some bodily fluids on them, so he changed them, put them by the back garage door inside that morning when he changed them real quick. So not only does that explain what was in the blue bag, but it also explains maybe what one of the things that he did when he first got home and shut the door on everybody and was in there for like a minute and a half before he opened the front door. It kind of explains that maybe he grabbed the jeans, went upstairs, hid Shanann's phone, got the blue bag, put the jeans on his way to open the front door, throws the blue bag by the stairs. So it explains explains three things. Why the shirt kind of appears longer and shorter in the morning video, what he was freaking out about when Detective Baumhover was picking up the blue bag with the jeans in it, and what he was doing for over a minute before he opened the door for everybody to come in. So possibly did he get some kind of bodily fluids on his jeans that morning? He wanted to change them. Let me show you that video right there of him freaking out, because some of you guys probably haven't even seen it yet. And for you, everybody that has already seen it, will remind you how nervous he did get. So here we go. Here's that video.
The stuff she had last night. Yep. What's this? This is.
That's just some Antarctica stuff.
Is that your stuff? Yeah, that's the stuff I was going to give to people because they don't fit me anymore. Oh, these are your jeans?
Yeah, it's like 38s. They're way too big now.
Okay, well, give us a call or anybody. Otherwise, I'm going to start putting together just in case we need to pull the trigger for a missing person. Yeah, I'm going to try to run some things down using her phone and then see if we can't find somebody. If nobody's heard anything at all, then we'll probably pull the trigger a little bit quicker and go that route. So, I mean, you can do that now. You know, there's no reason. I mean, as far as like walking through fields and stuff like that, I don't know. Hospital. You can do that now. If you guys want to start that, there's no reason you can do that right now. Okay. Absolutely.
Let's look at his reaction one more time in slow motion. Okay, so one of the biggest mysteries here is how does that camera get activated? Because obviously something activated it because it's on before Chris walks out. So it looks like it gets activated basically almost 3 minutes before he unlocks his truck doors, before the lights come on. So it gets activated 3 minutes and 36 seconds before the truck lights come on. So before he hits the unlock for the truck lights to come on. My theory is he walked out into the driveway for a minute, forgot something, walked back in, whether it be his keys or something he forgot, walked back in to get whatever he forgot, and then came back out. Because that 3 minutes, I mean, it's enough time for him to have forgot something and go back in and get it. It's activated before we see the truck lights on, and then the truck lights come on, which he's unlocking his truck with his key fob thing, and then it takes him 54 seconds from the time you see the truck lights come on, so from the time he hits the unlock button till he walks out of the garage. So in my opinion, I think he is actually in his socks when he walks out the first time. So I think maybe one of the reasons that he walked out with his socks on is maybe he left his white gym shoes in his truck. Because you'll see when he goes back inside, he comes out with his white gym shoes on. Maybe he left him out in the truck, so he just wanted to hurry up and get out there, pull the truck back, get his shoes out of the truck, so he walks out with his white socks on. I mean, it's definitely possible because it does look like he has socks on. And some people will be like, oh, Chris would never do that. But we never thought he would kill his entire family either. So yeah, if he's in a rush, he's not thinking right, his shoes are out in the truck, he'd walk out with his socks on. in my opinion. So he walks out, and then if you see some of these shots, you see the way he's walking. So that would explain why he kind of is walking a little bit different when he first walks out compared to when he walks out at the end. Because number one, he's got jeans that are too big, and going along with maybe's theory of Chris changing his jeans and the jeans being the jeans in the blue bag, he says that they're 38. The jeans in the blue bag. Remember, he tells Detective Baumhover that those jeans are the size 38 jeans.
Oh, these are your jeans? Yeah, it's like 38s. They're way too big now.
Thanks to maybe for sending me this screenshot, he got down to a size 32. So those jeans were really big on him. So, going along with maybe's theory, that means when he walks out right there, he's wearing those size 38 jeans that are way too big for him. So Chris wearing way too big of jeans, and also him not wearing shoes, he's just wearing his socks, that's gonna make somebody walk different than they normally would. Especially wearing socks with no shoes compared to wearing those boots. Also, the shirt looking shorter when he first walks out because the jeans are going to be sagging. They're going to be falling down. They're going to fit lower, number one. Number two, they're going to be wider. So the shirt is going to, if you look at it, it's going to look like it's shorter compared to where the jeans fall because they're going to be lower. It will look like it's actually fitting shorter where his legs are. Are you guys following up? But it's really the same shirt, but because the jeans are sagging and lower, number one. Number two, because they're bigger, so the shirt doesn't look as long because it doesn't go over the jeans as far down. So it looks like it's shorter too. So there's a couple reasons. And plus, when he puts on the boots, it will make it appear that the shirt's longer too. It's just the perception of all the differences wearing when he changes into tighter jeans, plus the boots in itself. I feel like even that just by itself could make it kind of look a little bit different. But if you add the baggy jeans, so when he changes at the end with the tighter jeans and the boots, it makes the shirt lay over longer. Plus his pants are fitting higher because he has them pulled up higher because they're not sagging. And then the boots all together make it appear and look like the shirt's longer. And then for the walk, have you ever seen people try to walk with no shoes and socks? I mean, you kind of walk a little bit different, and plus mixed with the baggy jeans, you're trying to, walk, and so number one, your legs don't drag, the pant legs don't drag, and plus so your pants don't fall down. It's just the way you would walk would be different. And then you could see at the bottom of his foot how it's just squared off. There's no shoe because his pants are hanging right there. They're hanging over his foot. So you just see the bottom of the jeans squared off. And then the one, you could kind of see the outline of his foot. It's too thin to be a shoe or a boot. I mean, you could see. Just imagine how you would walk with, first of all, your pants too big, and second of all, having socks. How your legs would kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but just how you would walk trying to, number one, hold your pants up as you're walking. At one point, it almost seems like he kind of is grabbing the side of his jeans, trying to hold his pant leg up, not only from being too big, but also from dragging at the bottom because he has no shoes on. So I think that explains differences in his walk and why the shirt looks a little bit different. So, he pulls the truck in the driveway. And then we see he comes out of the truck, goes over to the garage, and then comes back out, stays at the car for like 35 seconds, and who knows what he's doing, and then he goes back inside. And then he is inside for almost 13 minutes. 12 minutes and 49 seconds. I have it down to the second, sorry guys, but I just wanted to get the timing all right. But yeah, so he's in the house for 13 minutes. What's he doing all that time? Now, that will be discussed in my second video. Another one of maybe's theories of maybe what he could be doing in that time. I don't know, but that's a long time. Okay, Chris is about to come back out. He opens the door, goes back, and I think this is when he goes and gets Shanann and brings her out to the truck. Then he goes back inside for another 6 minutes and 27 seconds. Okay, so here he comes back out after his 6 minutes and 27 seconds inside. And here he'll be coming around, and you could see his white shoes plain as day in this one. Okay, so you could see his white shoes perfectly there. Do you see his white shoes? So he changed from his socks, he put on his white gym shoes, and then you'll see when he puts on his boots. And also pay attention how baggy his jeans are in here, because he still hasn't changed them yet. Okay, so this is the part I think he goes back inside for 1 minute and 12 seconds. And this is where I think he changes his jeans and puts on his boots. Because when he comes back out, it looks like he has a tighter fitting pair of jeans and his boots on. And then this is where he walks out with his boots and his tighter fitting pair of jeans. At least it looks like it. And the shirt lays a little bit different because it's jeans. We already talked about that. So he goes back in the garage for another 1 minute and 26 seconds. Okay, he's coming back out again. He'll walk around and on our side so we could see him, and then he'll walk back through the garage again. And see if Let me know if you guys think his jeans look tighter, if this looks like a different pair of jeans right here. I'm not sure. I don't know for sure about if 100% sure if he changed his jeans. But maybe's theory does make sense, and it does answer a few questions like the blue bag, what was in the blue bag, and also what he did when he walked in there, when he came home and he walked in and shut the garage door and didn't let everybody in for over a minute. Maybe he was getting those jeans. Maybe they were right by the inside the door, and he put them in the blue bag and kind of stuck them beside the stairs by Shanann's suitcase, hoping, nobody would even bother to look at them, and he'd be able to get rid of them before anybody's seen them. That's when he brings Cece up, he opens the door, and then you see Bella's shadow. Well, I don't know for sure if it was Cece or Bella, but that's how I always pictured it, that he was carrying Cece and Bella walked out. I always pictured the shadow being Bella. But part 2 of this video, maybe second theory, has to do with this. And then here is when you get a good look at his black boots and his tighter fitting jeans. So Okay guys, let me know what you guys think of this theory. Like I said, nobody knows for sure. I'm not sure, 100% sure if he did change his genes, but it makes sense. Also, wondering, everybody's been wondering what was in that blue bag and why he freaked out so much, and he said there were genes in there, so this theory kind of makes sense if he changed his genes because he got some kind of bodily fluids on him and he was going to get rid of them. So, well, he ended up getting rid of them anyway. Still, her theory just makes more sense than anything else. Before she brought the jeans theory to my attention, I just thought it was because I thought maybe the side of his shirt was kind of tucked in on the back somewhere, where, you know, when your shirt sometimes it gets caught in your pants or whatever, like at the top of your pants, or maybe he had there was one picture that looks like he had a rag in his pocket. I don't even know. I don't want to get into too many different theories, but his shirt could be tucked into something, like a little corner could be caught up in, you know, either the top of his pants or caught on a rag or something, where it kind of pulled his shirt up a little bit where it looks shorter, because there's not a huge difference in the shirt length that I see. Some people see a bigger difference than me. I think it could be even the way the shirt lays on you sometimes, depending on how you just bent to, could make it lay a little bit different, or it could even have got stretched out a little bit, because remember, he was loading Shanann and the kids and loading his car up. Could have got a little stretched out, and he could just have it pulled down further over his jeans when he walks out then. So even if for some reason you guys aren't believing the jeans theory, it still makes more sense that the shirt could just look a little bit shorter because of the way it was laying or it being caught than it being NK. And also, and then as far as the way he was walking, because he has boots on in one and shoes on. If you guys don't think it's socks, at least it's for sure not boots. So it's either shoes, or I think it's just the first time it looks like he doesn't even have his shoes on. But either way, boots compared to shoes, you're going to walk different. And then, like I said, I think it looks like he has his socks on at the beginning. So definitely socks compared to shoes and boots. I mean, you're going to walk different. So I still think maybe's theory is good, and I still am leaning more towards that. Like, it's definitely a possibility that he changed his jeans, and it makes sense going through this. Like, we just went through the video and I showed you it does make sense. So, and then it explains the blue bag theory, and it explains, you know, what he could have been doing inside the house, like I said, when he was all out of breath, when he kept everybody waiting outside. When he came home and he was all out of breath, he probably ran upstairs and hid the phone, got the jeans, just did a bunch of stuff that he could try to get done before he let him in. All right, everybody, have a good night. Bye.